Every place has a heart, a sacred center where worlds intersect. Mircea Eliade called the heart of a place the axis mundi. Wetlands are the heart of my city, and here stand ancient and wise, gentle giants like this one. This tree is a red river gum and is more than 500 years old. I love to sit at the tree's feet, listen to the birds, and imagine, what has the tree seen? Oh, the stories the tree could tell. The natural treasures and history of my town have inspired a little project. This project I'm calling the Easter Picnic. During the 1870s, residents of my town gathered together at Easter time at a local estate. Families would pack a picnic and enjoy markets, games, songs and dances. And in celebration of this local tradition, I'm going to create several dioramas. True to my whimsical soul, my characters will be animals, and their celebration will be in the forest. I invite you to join me as I start this creative adventure. I'm still in the very early stages, and to help with the planning of the project, I've been reading some of my favourite Australian fairy tales, including The Tales of Martha B. Rabbit by the late Shirley Barber. Born in the UK, Shirley came to Australia later in life. Her tales bring different landscapes together. For example, you will see robins, fairy wrens, and cardinals together. You will also find hedgehogs and echidnas. The Tales of Martha B. Rabbit center on two friends, Martha, who's a rabbit, and Tabitha, who is a cat. And together they go through trials and tribulations, and they enjoy activities such as nut and berry picking, hosting picnics, and visiting markets. This week I started work on my first character inspired by Tabitha the cat. Like Mrs. Old Rabbit, Mrs. Apple, and Jemima Puddle Duck, my little cat is made with cotton balls. I've also been creating other items for the picnic. Since Easter is in autumn here in Australia, I'm going to include fruit and vegetables such as pumpkins, as well as nuts. I'm starting with baskets of acorns, and I thought I would share with you in this video how I'm making them. So we'll start by making acorns. I take a small amount of cotton. I roll it into a ball, gluing down the fibres with a PVA glue and water mixture. I roll a second ball of cotton, dab it with the PVA glue and water mixture, and then create a circular depression in the center of the ball, creating a cup-like shape. I then add a small dollop of undiluted PVA glue to the depression, and then glue the cup to the nut. And then with my tweezers I sculpt the cup. I pinch the very top of the cup, creating the stalk. And to create a more rounded shape, I also pinch the sides. I leave the acorns to dry. Once dry, I begin painting, applying layers of gouache. I first apply a layer of yellow ochre to the nut. Later, I apply a second layer, but this time with raw sienna paint. I paint the stalk with burnt umber, I would like the cup to have more texture, so with my sepia coloured watercolour pencil, I draw short lines. I first activate the pencil in clean water. To seal the paint, I apply a layer of PVA glue. While the acorns are drying, I make a basket. As you can see, Wonder Weavers, the base and the sides of the basket are made from craft paper. The base is a circular disc, while I've made sure that I've cut a rectangular piece that is long enough to go around it. I glue the pieces together. Next, I take a 1/2 centimetre wide length of white Italian crepe paper. I twist the paper, add some glue, to the sides of the basket and then glue the paper to the basket, twisting it as I go. I stop around 1 centimeter from the top of the basket, and this is so there is space to add the handle. To give the impression that the basket's been woven using the plaiting method, I glue short lengths of white crepe paper at regular intervals and vertically around the basket sides. I then take a small length of beading wire and cover it with crepe paper. I then twist 2 long lengths of Italian crepe paper together. Once I've positioned the handle, I glue the length of paper around the top of the basket. I twist the remaining length around the handle. I also glue a twisted length of crepe paper to the bottom of the basket. I paint the paper with gouache and then leave the basket to dry. Once dry, I fill the basket with acorns. My little cat is now ready for the picnic. Who else should I make for this scene, Wonder Weavers? I love your suggestions. Please share with me in the comments below. Thank you for watching, Wonder Weavers. Now I would love to hear from you. What are you creating at the moment? Please share with me in the comments below. And also, if you're new here, thank you so much for subscribing, and leave me a comment and say hello. I would love to connect with you and learn more about what lights you up. So, Wonder Weavers, I hope that you have a peaceful and playful weekend, and thank you again for your support. I really appreciate your messages of encouragement, and I also love reading your stories. So, until the next time, take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao.